Hey, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. As always, it's really great to see you. We're here today at one of our favorite videotake locations at
Mm-hmm.
Franklin Park, just west of Purcellville, of course. And we left a huge announcement that we know you've been waiting all week for. The Federal Reserve and our good friend Jerome Powell just made it known.
You're leaving it to me. Okay. It actually said that we're down 0.25%. So they're reducing the federal funds rate additionally, which is what most experts predicted would happen. And it's actually the third time this year
Yeah.
that they've brought the rates down. So
Yeah.
I think it's good news, but time will only tell. Initially, I think they said they would have dropped it 5 times this year. We only got 3 out of it. And I think even more importantly is that they dropped the rates and we anticipated mortgage interest rates to go along with that. And it didn't
How
really
about
happen
that, Denise? What
didn't really
happened?
happen like
Yeah.
that. No, not at all.
It's so true. And as you listen to the press conference after the announcement that was made, you start to recognize that I think Chairman Powell believes the economy is doing very
Yes.
well.
Yes.
Inflation is heading down in the direction that they anticipate, but there's been some bumps and some jogs here. The economy is leaving the economy almost in that roller coaster type of movement right now. But overall, I think the feeling was pretty good.
Yes.
One of the things that was, that we took kind of as an irony, and my good friend Kai Risdall, of course, on Marketplace on NPR comment on the last 2 evenings, is that even though you start to see these federal funds rate coming down, one of the takes is that you see the 10-year Treasury notes starting to work their way up. And many would say that that's kind of an anticipation. One is that the economy is doing well,
Right.
but the other is, where are the interest rates going to go? So a lot of people are starting to feel as though those interest rates may not come down. And I know you've talked
Yes.
about this so many times,
Yes.
and your predictions have been spot on, is that interest rates kind of, if you watch the 10-year Treasury note, which is going up, the anticipation is that maybe the mortgage interest rates won't necessarily come down very quickly, right?
Yep. And that's important for our clients to know whether they're thinking of selling their home or buying a home. If you're thinking of selling, you have to gauge that along with buyer
Yeah.
interest. And what we were struggling with is that a lot of buyers are waiting for that 3%
They
to
sure
come
have
back. And
been.
I think more and more, the reality is that they're never going to go back down that low, is what most people feel. This is not the time to be waiting. If you're financially ready to purchase a home, don't expect rates to go much lower. Kind of get used to that. Anything between 6% and 7% is what we're looking at right now.
Yeah.
And for you selling your home, yeah, we're still low in inventory. And more importantly, in Northern Virginia, home prices have stayed very strong. And I think that's a great indicator for them as well.
Yeah, as the economy, again, the optimism in the economy is getting stronger and stronger. Probably that doesn't bode well for prices coming down, right?
Correct.
And I think, as we often, you say this, we talk like the man on the street, the agents on the street. We're seeing, optimism within the marketplace, the agents, and then, buyers and sellers that we're talking with is good. It's not unbelievable.
Right.
But certainly there's this feeling as we go into the next year, into 2025, that probably inventory will increase a little bit. There's certainly the anticipation that maybe interest rates will moderate a little closer,
Yes.
maybe down to 6 again,
Yes.
but will still continue to go up and down throughout the market. And then we talked about, I guess 2 weeks ago, was it? We talked about, you're starting to see some, if you will, negotiations go on with the offers that are being presented. So your favorite phrase, we're coming back to more of that normal type of a marketplace in which that there will be inventory for buyers to look at.
Yes.
Sellers can anticipate that there will be, strong pricing, but that there's going to have to be that dialogue again
Yes.
between the sellers and the buyers,
A
right?
lot of negotiations
Yeah.
to come for sure. And I think another thing to keep in mind is that as the new year rolls around, people are just not happy with waiting to move on to that next chapter of their life. And I think all of this
They get a
points
little
to,
anxious.
don't wait for something else to happen.
Right.
If you know you want to be somewhere else,
It's time.
this is the time to
Yeah.
start really reaching out to us so we can start planning.
Yeah. Well, they anticipate, again, there will be another announcement in January
Yes.
2025 from the Federal Reserve. I don't think that it's believed that there will be another decrease in the federal funds rate. They're predicting that there will be two. Of course, as you happily mentioned, they predicted 5 this year. There were just 3. But the anticipation is that maybe the March meeting is going to be where they'll start to bring it down. But they're anticipating, he used the phrase, 2 reductions next year.
Okay.
So that's optimistic as
Yes.
well. But we'll have to wait and see. There's a lot that's going to happen. There's another CPI report that's going to be due in January. So we'll get through the holidays, get into January, and then we'll start to see what's going to happen, right?
It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be a show.
Surely looking forward to it.
Right. Well, as always, we really hope the information that we bring to you each week is very valuable to your lives, and we will continue to stay on top of this as much as we possibly can. We hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season. We really appreciate your support this last year, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.
Yes, see you next week. And please remember, subscribe below. It really helps us out to keep us motivated to come back each week.
Yes, it does. Take care. See you soon.
Bye.